Hey, good morning. Thanks for joining us for the News 12 FastCast. I'm Nick Proto. It's 11:50 on our Friday, August 2nd. Before we get into the headlines, First Alert meteorologist Tim Strong is going to start us off because we still have that first alert in effect here on our Friday morning, Tim.
Yeah, it has gotten really hot quickly. Temperatures are already in the 90s outside. First alert continuing through the rest of today. We do have that heat advisory that's in effect that we'll look at in just a moment, but the heat index surging through about 105, maybe as high as 110, and that's going to be easily reached today. We don't really find our rain chances helping out a whole lot for the afternoon. So here is the criteria. We're sitting at about 8 p.m. when this is allowed to expire, or unless they do that earlier. But right now, all of the CSRA under a heat advisory, and the heat risk is a major category across a lot of the two-state today, really spreading out, even in counties around the Atlanta metro area that aren't under the advisory. It's going to be really, really oppressive heat across just about the entire state. So we're going to be looking at numbers going anywhere between, this is 8 p.m. about the time that will expire, but anywhere between 105 to 110 is what we're looking at for the heat index. We do have a beautiful day by the looks of it outside of our studios. 91 though. Look at that dew point, mid-upper 70s. It already feels like 102, Nick.
All right, thanks, Tim. Tax-free weekend is here just in time for counties getting ready to go back to school on Monday, and it's a perfect time to stock up on those last-minute supplies. Kennedy Payne's on your side with how you could save some money this weekend.
Tax-free weekend starts today and lasts through Sunday, August 4th for South Carolina, just in time for two of our big counties to go back to school, which are Richmond and Columbia. So today we're going to be talking with shoppers about what they're focusing on getting this weekend. Is it school supplies? Are they stocking up? Or are they just taking advantage of some regular items that are not being taxed? We're also going to highlight what's exempt and what's not exempt from the taxes this weekend. So we'll have more on this on News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Okay, thanks, Kennedy. Don't forget, we'd love to see your first day of school pictures if you'd like to share them with us. We did get a few yesterday. Here they are on the screen now, so thank you for sending these in. So if you want to do that, you can scan that code right there on the bottom left corner of your screen. That'll take you to our website, wrdw.com, where you can submit those photos. You can also just go to the website if you don't have them right now and you want to share them later. I know a lot of schools go back on Monday. And there are some back-to-school events happening soon. Tonight, Grovetown officers will host their annual National Night Out Back-to-School Bash. That's going to be inside the Liberty Park Community Center from 6 to 9. Then tomorrow, Greater Young Zion Baptist will host a giveaway from 9 to 2. There's going to be school supplies and haircuts for those who stop by. And the Bethel AME Church will host their annual back-to-school giveaway from 10 to 3 on Crawford Avenue. You can scan this code here on your screen. That'll also take you to our website, where we have a list of all those back-to-school events, and we'll update it as new ones come in. We've gotten a lot of calls about a dog in Columbia County. We just heard back from the county, who says they are aware of the situation. Our Sydney Hood right now is out looking for more information, and she's going to have the latest for us tonight on News 12 at 6 o'clock. Looks like the city of Waynesboro is going to be staying under a boil water advisory until further notice. Leaders issued it this week out of an abundance of caution. The city's water department says a water leak was found and contained, but the community still needs to wait. Officials say results from a culture water test are expected to come back today at some point, and the boil water advisory will stay in effect until those results come back negative. A search is underway in Richmond County for a missing woman and a man who may have information about her. Richmond County deputies say Shakima Toran was last seen Wednesday on TJ Kelly Road near Diamond Lakes Regional Park. They say she's believed to be in a white Ford F-250 truck driven by Baritz Martin. Deputies say they're believed to be heading towards the Atlanta area. If you have any information, call the sheriff's office. The Richmond County coroner says a woman is dead from a shooting this past weekend. He says he went to Wellstar MCG after the victim died. We learned from the sheriff's office that deputies found her shot at least once on Ellis Street last Saturday afternoon. Investigators say she died on Wednesday. An autopsy's been scheduled and her name will be released once family's been notified. The Cyber Center of Excellence at Fort Eisenhower officially has a new commanding general. Ryan Janovic takes over the job from outgoing commanding general Paul Stanton. Janovic officially took over today during a ceremony this morning on post. Stanton hands over the reins after a little over 3 years in charge. Over the years, he's seen the fort's renaming, $1.2 billion towards transforming the cyber campus, and $5 million in renovating 118 military family homes. He also broke ground on 75 new ones. We've got another check at the weather coming up right now as we still got that first alert in effect. So Tim, take us home here.
Yeah, we have temperatures already in the 90s. The feel like heat index is already above the century mark too. We're at 92, feeling like 101 degrees. It's really hot outside if you got to be working outside or you have outdoor events planned. Yes, it is a beautiful day, but you got to really keep in mind hydrating is the best thing for you, and find some shade when you can. Winds are up around 11 too, so pumping in a lot of that warm, moist air. We have low 90s really widespread from Aiken County all the way to Bamberg, Allendale 93 degrees, Gibson at 92, also a lot of lower 90s. But then we throw in that humidity and look at where we are. Right now, current heat index values are well above the century mark. 105 between Augusta, Martinez, and part of Columbia County, 107 out in Bamberg. So we're at the criteria for that heat advisory, and that's going to continue until 8 p.m. Middle 90s here for the rest of the day, so we're looking at about 95 plus. 105 plus with the heat index. We'll start seeing a little drawback in the heat after sunset, which is still got a ways to go. Now, tomorrow morning, we're looking at temps in the 70s. We have a much better chance for storms to kind of help relinquish a lot of that really intense heat. So look for temperatures to get a little cooler than average, but at times a little bit of a wet weekend. Have a great day, everybody.